Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Design with Lomis. Today we are going to learn how to draw with Bezier tool in PixelLab. Before starting our project, I would like to stretch out the importance of using Bezier tool, which is a very important tool when it comes to graphic design. Well, Bezier tool is a very valuable tool for creating smooth, precise curves, right? And shapes, like various shapes. You can actually use the curve to create any shape, a shape of an animal, of human, of a car. You can use Bezier tool to exactly do that. It provides the user with a fine control, a kind of versatility and creative freedom in their design. That's when you're having a creative vision, it makes you do your own thing, what you feel like, what crosses your mind. Now let us quickly go back to our beginner project. You actually click here, we click here. Now you go to your Bezier. Here is it, Bezier. You click on the Bezier. What is showing before us is what is called the path. The what? Path. This very is called a path. Here is an anchor. Here is an anchor. An anchor actually meant a meeting point, right? That's where it stops. Is that understood? Now we are going to look at the function of every one of this sign. Like the positive sign is actually indicating that you can add a new part. This is a part, right? You can have an additional part, that you create a new one that will be standing alone, like this very part. Let's take for example like this. You see, we have created a new part. So when you keep adding it, more parts keep increasing. Is that understood? Yes. When you keep clicking on the positive button, more parts keep coming out. Now back to this very sign. This is actually indicating the select, that's you are selecting the previous part you have selected. That's selecting the previous part you have selected. Is that understood? It's more like a select button. Now for this, which is indicating one, and this part shows which one is active, right, or being selected. That is the work of this. When you select a part, let's say that we are having 1 2 3 4 5 parts, and you click to a particular one, so this very one directly shows you that this part is active. Now for this is indicating copy. That's when you select the selected part, which is the active part. When it's being selected, then you can actually copy it using this. Are we together? Now for this, it allows you to choose which part to make active. This is the work of this. Is that understood? It allows you, like it gives you the go ahead. Now this one is actually active. Now for the negative sign, which is the minus, is called the eliminating button, right? That's the delete. Are we together? It deletes any part that is active. You can actually delete something if you have not selected it. Are we together? Now let's go back to the Bezier mode, the action. Now this action, like equally, all these also have their function, right? Let me try something. Good. Right now, do you know that how many anchor part we are having? We have 1 anchor part, 2 anchor part, 3 anchor part, 4 anchor part, and this. Are we together? Now I'll try to show you the function of each and one of these. For the first one, right, these two allow you to add multiple anchor to your part, right? That is its work. Multiple anchor. This anchor 1 2 3 4, the work of this, you can see a positive sign here, right? It allows you to be adding them, the anchor where they are supposed to be meeting. This is the part who allows you to do that. Are we together? Now for this, which is closer to him, it allows you to add anchor points, right? We say there is a part and there is a point. Now where is the point? Each anchor point have a point. Look at the point. 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. So because of this, we have it, because it allows you what? To add an anchor point. Are we together? Let me click on it so that you can see. You see, it allows you to add. It has, initially we're not having any anchor point around here, but because of this, we are having an additional anchor point. Are we together? Now for this, it allows you to move your project, that's your shape. Are we together? It move your part, which is your part. All these are your part. We have the anchor point. Now it allows you to move your part. Can we try it? This very one, let's try. You see, you can actually increase it, decrease it, increase it, decrease it. This is what is allowing you to have such movement, the increase and the decrease. Let me go back to our project. Now this is basically the work. So let me try closing it. You can actually do that manually from here, so that when you just come to your, where we say this one allows you to add an additional anchor point, right? You can just click on it, then we have our shape. Doesn't this look like a fish? Of course it does. Now we can try to reshape it, right? Bring it like this so that we can have a clear view of it. Then we come here, you actually come in. Are we together? Or you bring it here, then here. Is that understood? We are trying to make a shape here that will make it look like a fish. Is that understood? Now here, can we want to make it look slim? Or we can stretch it. Then here, this part, can bring it down. Are we together? All right. Now here is indicating that you can actually make a movement, right? It's indicating that you can just move with it any part. Now we can actually color this, right? So that it can actually look like whatever we want. Now to give it a color, you just come to the opacity, you increase the opacity. Now the opacity is already increased, right? So whichever color you're having in mind, this we are actually increasing the stroke. For the stroke, now here is the color, right? Any color that just crosses your mind. Is it white? Is it red? Is it like virtually any color that comes to your mind? You can also increase the stroke, right? The stroke means the shape at the top. Designers, I believe, those that are not amateur will know it. You can see the stroke. You can actually increase the stroke to any desired size you want. This actually looks like a bit like a fish. This is how far we can go for today. I'm looking forward in our next project to actually perform a task. Maybe we create a a a a card